Hi, Lord Magic is here. We're going to play Merfolk in Legacy today. As usual, I am going to get the link and then we will just jump right into this. I would like to probably have some kind of intro for this, but I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with it yet, so. Alright. Excellent. You're good. Good. And this should be good. Yep. Alright. Bueno. So, yeah, Legacy, we don't really need to change a whole lot for Legacy. The only thing I'm going to do today differently is decided that today I am not interested in the days. I'm just going to play a Cursed Catcher instead of a daze. Because unlike daze, Cursed Catcher can turn sideways, and we can't really use daze when we're on the draw anyway. It's not going to help on turn 1. Cursed Catcher can still help like protect Chalice if you go Cursed Catcher into Chalice. Then it helps protect. If they tap out, you can still use Cursed Catcher to counter the Force of Will. But yeah, this is basically the same thing. Like I said, I do like having, more aggro in the deck. Having a 5th 1-drop, it helps you curve a little bit better. It's not as clunky as daze, so we'll try Cursed Catcher instead of that today. That is our major innovation for this list, is one card. So, yeah, you could easily play like another Trickster or like another Phantasmal Image. Some people like a G-Tan here. Yeah, those are fine choices, but this is what we're going to go with, so pretty straightforward. I mean, sideboard stays the same. Grafdigger's Cage and Surgical Extraction, because we're hedging against Life from the Loam decks and the Reanimator decks. Yeah, Negate's still good for Show and Tell. Fencer for Show and Tell. We've got one Flusterstorm for Storm. I don't really think that the Flusterstorm is super necessary against a lot of decks. I mean, it's okay versus Miracles, but we already have such a good Miracles matchup. I'm not really interested in having like more cards like this for it. I think that just one of these is fine. And then, yeah, for Storm, you just need like a critical mass of cards that answer them. So this is part of that. Yeah, and then Sorcerer Spyglass is just kind of a catch-all. We can bring it in against any deck that's playing swords or GTAs or something. You can also bring it in against any of the like the Dark Depths decks. This helps because you can name stuff like a Thespian Stage. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna just take this and run it in. So let's get started. There were no real changes for Merfolk as far as spoilers are. There is one card. It's Stony Silence on a 2/2 green creature. So you might see that in like the modern list, but probably not Legacy. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get Merfolk. Professor doesn't seem to think that, or he said that it wasn't gonna happen. So, this is really tough. We are on the draw. We're gonna have a hell of a time casting these Lord of Atlantises. I mean, we can go Biomancer. We have Echoing Truth, but I think I'm gonna mulligan this. If I'm gonna be on the draw, I want to have a hand that's like stronger than this. This is not really much better. No, we gotta go to 5. Actually, this is okay, I guess. We're gonna keep. We gotta find that second land. But if we find another land, then this Cursed Catcher and the Chalice might actually be pretty good. Alright. Island. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I'll let them counter this if they want. That's fine. If they do, then that means they're not going to counter Chalice of the Void. He's probably debating if he wants to brainstorm right now. But we're going to save this so we can try to play Chalice and then follow it up with one of these two dummies. Interesting. So he could have done something and chose not to. Why did you wait till now to do that? No, you can go ahead. I'd rather get this Chalice in one, and the Curse Catcher helps us do that. Hopefully he's going to play a land in like Preordain or something. It was kind of a risk to mulligan the initial 7, but I wasn't terribly thrilled with it. Did you not find another land? No, he didn't. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Let's attack first. Alright. This might just end him. If he didn't find another land, he might just be locked out of the game. And you can force this, but I have a Curse Catcher, so you're going to have to go down on a lot of cards. Make these guys look like a genius. Alright, so it does look like there's going to be a force. And, yeah. You going to double force my Chalice? No! Alright, cool. Sick. City of Traders. Oh, this looks like show and tell. Ah, that's bad. Alright, but this is actually okay, though. We have Merfolk Trickster. So, let's... I guess we're going to put out Lord of Atlantis, because if we draw a land, we can then play the Trickster. Oh, he has Omniscience, though. But the Chalice on 1 might lock him out. Sneak attack's not good. I don't know, maybe we can still get there. Trickster can still, like, counter an activation of this. We have Echoing Truth. If we can find it and bounce this Omniscience, we'll be in a good spot. Okay. So, we'll just attack with Lord first. Uh-huh. We're going to hang on to this Trickster for as long as we can, though. Ooh, rough. Beautiful. Alright. So let's attack. We'll play Biomancer, and then that should be good enough. Didn't find a red source for sneak attack. Doesn't have a way to look for one. We'll probably adapt it, and we might throw away Lord of Atlantis. Okay. Still doesn't have a creature. Oh, fuck, I meant to do that. Yeah, well, I can't do it now because we have to hold this up. It's fine. The only saving grace is that 1 damage probably doesn't matter. But now we can definitely throw away True Name if we draw like a land, so we can play Lord and then still hold up Trickster. So maybe this worked out anyway. Yeah, you drew another land. Alright, did you find a Spaghetti Monster? Spaghetti Monster's not gonna do it. Okay. Gristlebrand. Neat. Yeah. I will wait for him to declare attacks. Can't stop him from hardcasting Spaghetti Monster if he found it, so... If he attacks with Gristlebrand, I will remove its lifelink, though, so he doesn't get to draw any more cards. What are you doing? Intuition is bad, because if he find... Yeah, this... Okay, fuck. We have to dig for Force of Will now. Fuck. That's not helpful. Alright, well, we're gonna die, because he's gonna find Emrakul, hardcast it, and we're dead. Nothing we could really do here. I mean, he didn't need to fetch there. He would not have cracked the fetch if we had gotten the extra 1 damage in that anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, can't beat that. He managed to find Gristlebrand the turn before we could threaten to kill him, so that's alright. Let's bring in Venser, let's bring in Negate, Flusterstorm, take out True Name Nemesis, and we gotta take out one more card. Actually, we should bring in Sorceress Spyglass too, because that can... We could name Sneak Attack with it. Excuse me. Echoing Truth is actually not going to be that good. The only thing Echoing Truth is helpful against is... I mean, once they put the enchantments in play, it's probably over, so I'm going to take out Echoing Truth. Oh, no, you come back. And I guess one Benthic Biomancer will come out. We're probably going to play Chalice of the Void, like, maybe on 0, turn off the Lotus Petals and such. Alright. This is actually not that bad, though, because we can go Vial into Spyglass and still have Curse Catcher up. We're going to keep it. Surprisingly, we can still cast like all of these cards, even though we don't have any blue mana, so... And we can always pitch this Biomancer to Force of Will, so... Alright. Yeah. They're just playing around Chalice and 0, that makes sense. That's pretty good. Alright, let's play Spyglass first, see what we're up against. We'll name Sneak Attack probably with it. Unless they're on like Show and Tell Gristlebrand, then there's a chance we might name that with it. Alright, they definitely have Sneak Attack, so we're going to name Sneak Attack, I think. So Flusterstorm is going to be really bad, except that we're going to probably keep Vial on 1 for the Curse Catcher. And Venser is going to be good against the Show and Tell, so that's fine. Sneak Attack. If he goes for Cunning Wish, we can counter that too. The Force of Will is going to be pretty... it'll be fine, actually. Alright. We'll gamble on this. The Force of Wills are really only good this one turn. We're going to keep Vile on 1, though. That's fine. We can pitch that to Force. Alright, well... You drew a land. Alright, yeah, let's use Vile. Get the Curse Catcher out. We have to kill him quickly, because this is not going to hold us for long. Alright. Yes. Cavern. Okay. I could have named Wizard with it, but I'm just going to hold this for the show and tell itself. We've got a pretty reasonable clock as it is. So, Cunning Wish, we could use Force on this right now, and Force, yeah. He's going to choose an instant. Ugh. I am actually going to, I think, force this. Let's get him to use the Fluster Storm. And then if he does that, then we'll sack the Curse Catcher, I think. Because he can use get something to bounce the Sorcerer's Spyglass with it. Hurts our clock by a little bit, but it's alright. Sure. So he doesn't have that anymore, and he doesn't have that. Not even attempting to play the sneak attack, so it's probably not a good sign. I'm going to leave this on 2 in case we draw Lords, or yeah, that's actually fantastic. That was possibly the best thing we could have drawn there. That's insulation against dying. Now if he goes for show and tell, we have Venser. 4 cards in hand, yeah, I'm not really worried about this just yet. I could play the Spyglass, but I think I'm okay with that. I just want to attack him. Just try to kill him. Spyglass is not helpful at this point. He can either answer this one or we gotta. Yeah, if we attack, then I think we're taking turns off his life. So. All right, let's go to class. Get dunked on. This is why we play this card. It's at 7 life, so he can't actually afford to draw any cards. I mean, he can. He can go to 0 if he wants, but that's not a winning plan, so. And if we draw a land, he's dead, or we could try to go in with the Trickster and hope he doesn't have, like, a removal spell. So we got rid of that. I'm gonna just play it safe. The Chalice doesn't really do anything right now. But this way, even if he has a removal spell, he's still gonna die, so. Like, he's guaranteed dead next turn, and he has to do something now, so. No matter what his plan is, we still have a Trickster to stop him. So it's very likely we get a concede. Unless he has Dream Halls, and then Dream Halls would be a pain in the ass. No. Alright. Good enough. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I'd change any of this stuff. I think this is fine the way it is, so. Alright. Submit. Trickster is a house in this matchup. It, like, single-handedly counters a creature that you'd have coming out. This hand is... ugh. Mulligan to 6. I think we have to keep it. We can play Chalice in 0 if he doesn't play any mana sources in turn 1. Otherwise, we'll probably have to go in with Spyglass and just hope he does not have it. Kept 6 cards. And we'll go Spyglass and just try to see what we can name with it. Maybe Gristlebrand or... I mean, I don't want to name Gristlebrand with this, but probably Sneak Attack. I may also... You know what? I think I'm going to adapt this too. We can get in our damage and still try to draw Force. Probably play Lord of Atlantis and then consider this next turn. Chalice on 1. We might end up doing that, actually. Yeah. Nope. Alright, if his plan is Sneak Attack, then we're definitely going to Spyglass it. At this point, we might have to just do this anyway. He's been holding back on those cantrips. I wonder why. I wonder if his hand's just like all counter magic. Gotta, or it could be like that he has just like a bunch of creatures, or just like a bunch of show and tells and like nothing to put into play with it. Sure. Ah, beautiful. All right. So let's is there any, no, we're not playing this, so let's attack first, and then I think we're either going to play Chalice on 1 or Spyglass. Got to be very careful because he could just have something at any second now. Alright, so let's do the Spyglass first. Well, does it matter what order we do this in? We're definitely playing that. If I Chalice on 1 first, no, he might think that he can play around. I don't know. No, if he wants to cast cantrips, I'd rather him show us some cantrips first. We'll play Chalice on 1 first, so that way if he's going to brainstorm, we'll get to see more cards with Spyglass. Force of Will. Interesting. Okay. What about this one? We're going to see if this force is good enough. Omniscience and Emrakul. Interesting. So he's got enough mana for no matter what he does here. So I guess if he finds Show and Tell, we're fucked. We have to counter it. But actually, that's not bad. I think we're just naming Sneak Attack. Okay. Right? Yeah. Okay. So this force is good because now we're just, yeah, like he can only draw like a thing to put something in play, and we can definitely force it. So I think we should have this game. That was really dangerous because now this Lord of Atlantis threatens to kill him. Sure. Ponder away. He goes for, if he goes for a show and tell, we have to force it. Does not. That's fine. Alright. So we'll play Island. We'll play Lord of Atlantis. Animate this, attack for 9. Get there! Die! We did it! We beat Sneak and Show. Good. Sneak and Show is usually a pretty good matchup for us. Trickster helps immensely, and there's, yeah, our plan is just typically really good against them, so. We have counter spells. Chalices on 0 and 1 are both helpful. I mean, they have some starts, like if they have Beseiju, then it's really hard to play around that, but I think in general it's pretty favorable for us. The Venters also do a ton of work. We want to see like any deck that's playing Ponder in it. Well, we can't keep this. This is okay. We're going to keep it. We do not need that. Alright. This is not a good sign for us. We don't want to see Verdant Catacomb decks. So we'll probably end up using the image on a Force of Will if we have to. Yep. This looks like it's probably Jund. Oh, no, no, okay, this might be, okay, Mother of Runes is going to be a problem for us. But it's not... How do we deal with this? Could Force of Will it, but Stoneforge Mystic is the thing we should really be concerned about. Yeah, this Phantasmal Image is not going to be safe. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot counter this. We have to wait for something like Stoneforge. We're going to rely on True Name Nemesis to come through for us here. Benthic Biomancer is hopefully going to help us find it. That's helpful. Just getting a bunch of Lords in play is also a viable strategy. You're going to Swords my guy now. Yeah, well, we can't counter spot removal. Stuff like Knight of the Reliquary and Stoneforge Mystic are way more dangerous and have to be countered. We can sort of play around Knight, but not really. Like, it's already going to be a 5/5. Alright, so I need to counter this. I'm going to exile Phantasmal Image, I think. Because we'll use Biomancer to try to help us find True Name Nemesis. That helps. Let's adapt it first. Let's see. If we draw True Name, then we'll throw this away. Ooh, you know what? Alright, Mutavault. That's fine. Just sometimes multiple Lords will be good enough. We can't really attack because it can just block and give itself protection. Alright, we're just going to hope that multiple Lords are going to get there. Let's try to get out of range before he plays something like Scavenging Ooze. Alright, what's this going to be? Green Sun Zenith for X equals 3, he can get Knight. There's a lot of bad things he can get, actually. Sure. I am actually, I think, do I take this up? No, I'm going to wait. Alright, that's fine. I can't realistically attack right now. Yeah, again, like, Knight of the Reliquary is still a problem. If Knight attacks, though, we can attack back. Yeah, this deck is kind of tough. They have a lot of really dangerous cards. Like, now they can just fucking get GT, and now we're in a ton of trouble. He can put GT and Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, he's gonna get Sword of Fire and Ice. That's brutal. That's terrible. Yep. I'm guessing get like Wasteland and try to blow up Cavern. No, Gaia's Cradle. Oh, you're just gonna play Sword now. Neat. Surprised you didn't do that pre-combat. No, I guess you didn't have anything to attack with then. Yeah, Stoneforge is a thing. Let's at least get our creatures out of range of dying to the shock. So, keep this on 2 in case we draw Silvergill. Trickster is not helpful at all. Pass. I think we are lost. We need True Name Nemesis, and this is not good enough, so... I don't know, maybe we can get him to tap Mother of Runes. We have to try to erase this now. I'm guessing he's just gonna use it. Just try to make it bigger. Yep. So the most we can attack for is 10, and he can block a bunch of it. Yeah, we have no choice but to take this. Yeah. Alright, fuck. That's big. It's scary. That was an interesting choice. I would have put the sword on literally anything else. Alright, we've lost. He can just, yeah, it already has Pro Blue, and he can just fucking attack for 1,000,000. Alright, that's fine. So let's see. Against this deck, we need Dismember really badly. Force of Will's not great. Echoing Truth is okay. Curse Catcher is not good. Neither is Chalice. We definitely want True Name Nemesis. Like, what else? Spyglass is fine. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. Fencer's also fine. I guess the question is, do we want to have Venser or do we want to keep Echoing Truth? I guess Echoing Truth is a little bit better. Probably. Just because we can cast it earlier. Alright, do it like this. Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle. This is fine. We have True Name to start with. We're going to keep it. We're just going to hope True Name's going to be enough to get us there, and we'll try to adapt Biomancer to get us Phantasmal Images for this. Okay. This is definitely a matchup where Biomancer is better than Curse Catcher, by far. Being a 2-2 and getting us closer to True Name is really important. True Name's one of the only ways we can win this matchup. I think that I probably want to throw this away. I don't know. That's really hard. I mean, I could play Vile and then play Benthic Biomancer. It doesn't really help that much. I think that we might just be better off. Let's adapt it and see what happens. Yeah, we're definitely dumping that. Let's get our aggro plan on. Next turn we can go Biomancer with Spyglass, and then once we know the coast is clear, we'll drop True Name. Okay, never mind. We're playing True Name first. Never mind. We are fucked. If we draw another island, though, we can theoretically get out of this somehow. He might waste Mutavault. If we play Cavern of Souls, he's definitely going to wasteland that. Alright. So we got choked. We didn't have a force for it. It's unfortunate. Oh, boy. I'm hoping he taps all of his lands. Well, that's not helping. He's definitely killing this thing. Alright, we need island. If we can get island, We can then bounce the choke at the end of his turn. He's just going to keep wasting our lands, though. Turn 2 choke is fucking insane. I mean, that's part of the reason why this matchup is so bad. Like, the green decks in this format are, like, really, really good at killing Merfolk. Alright, I think that's enough. We are not beating this. Moving on. All hope went out the window. Like, there was a chance, but, yeah, we fucking lost it. Didn't see True Name early enough in the first game, and Choke just absolutely brutalized us. And I wanted to play the islands to play around the wastelands, but it turns out it didn't matter because he had both of them. I guess we keep this. Sure. That's pretty island. Force of Will is fine. We might end up pitching Lord of Atlantis to the Force of Will. Spell Pierce! Okay, this probably is like Sneak and Show then. Because those are the decks that generally play Spell Pierce. Okay, well... Now we're definitely pitching this Lord of Atlantis to Force. Yeah, I think so. Spell Pierce has to be like a show and tell deck. Fuck it, plan change. We're playing Chalice of the Void in 1. Hopefully this slows him down, so then we can play True Name Nemesis and then copy it with Image, and that should be good enough. We won't be able to interact with it, hopefully. Yeah, Lotus Petal. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I'm gonna Force of Will this. Because even if he has Force, then he's not gonna have it for True Name. That Jace might have been his only way to win that game, and it would have let him brainstorm away all of his useless 1-drops. Oh, beautiful. Alright. I guess we're gonna use the Phantasmal Image. Alright. Attack him for 6, put him to 9, and then we can play True Name and kill him the following turn, so he's on a 2-turn clock. Silvergill is fine. I think we're still on the same plan, though. Alright, he has to win this turn or he's dead. If we played Silvergill there, he might not have died next turn. So I'm only giving him 1 draw step instead of 2. If he has it, he has it. No, doesn't have it. Alright. So, yeah. I think that was probably... I'm going to board as though it's a show and tell deck. Alright, negate, Flusterstorm, and Spyglass. And then, I know True Name looked really good there, but it depends on what kind of game this was. So I think that this is probably a matchup where we don't really need True Name Nemesis. It just kind of worked for us there. And I'll take out one Biomancer. I think that's what I did last time. Okay. I mean, the only downside is he didn't really show us his plan. I'm just assuming the Spell Pierce is there to help show and tell resolve, and he did show us a Volcanic, so red means it could be Sneak Attack. This hand is absolutely fucking hot garbage. Yeah, we're mulliganing this. This hand is also hot garbage. We'll keep this. Go with Vile and hopefully get Silvergill. He also mulled to 5, so I mean, there's a chance. That's got to go on the bottom because we need lands. If he Spell Pierces Vile, we can still theoretically just play one next turn. And now we have a 1-drop to put into play with Vile, and if we draw a land, we can play Silvergill. I really want to draw a land because I want to try to get a blue card. Alright. Let's play Silvergill Adept. Reveal Silvergill. Okay. That's actually perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it's fine because now we still have another blue card in case we need to pitch something to a Force of Will, and we can still put a Biomancer in play to start attacking. Then we can tick Vile up, Vile in Silvergill. Defense Grid. Yeah. That's going to be a tough one. Now our counter magic is really bad. Yeah, Negate's not going to really do anything here, so let's just adapt Biomancer first. Discard Aether Vial. I really want to draw the land, but I'm going to attack first. Let's see. If he show and tells an Emrakul, I want to have the Phantasmal Image available, so even a Gristlebrand would be fine. But having Image on Vile if he's not going for Sneak Attack is helpful. Right now it looks like if he has Sneak Attack we could just die. Does not look like it though. So he knew about that card, that's fine. We'll probably hang on to these in case of something like Pyroclasm. Could also be playing Kozilek's Return, that would suck. Sure, that's fine. I guess he just needs to do it now. Mutavault is okay. So if we have Force of Will available, like mana up if we can find it. I just gave up. Okay, cool. Alright. So yeah, that was definitely a show and tell deck. Like that's the only deck that's playing like Spell Pierce and Defense Grid. I guess he just figured like there was no way he was going to find it in like 2 turns. Maybe he didn't have any pieces. He was going to need at least 2 turns to draw into it, and just didn't have a way out. So it's possible. I mean, he was on a mull to 5, so it could be. But yeah, once again, we claim victory over Sneak and Show. All right. Let's hope for blue decks and not green decks. Green deck's bad. I haven't played Burn in here in a while. Burn's an okay matchup for us. Alright, we win the die roll. This hand is absolutely fine. We're going to keep. I will play the Curse Catcher first, and we may end up throwing away something, either Lord of Atlantis or Merfolk Trickster to Force of Will. Depends what he's got. Mulligan to 6, Mulligan to 5. Okay, he's all in. Keeps a 5-card hand. Alright. Here's my secret. Can you beat Curse Catcher? It's very conceivable depending on what deck he's playing. Like, if he just sees Curse Catcher, he might concede just to hide what he's doing if he's only at 5 cards, but depends what deck they're on. I mean, maybe this is like lands and we're screwed or something. Usually if they mulligan to 5, it's because they're playing some kind of combo. Windswept Heath, alright. Tundra, neat. Oh, is this like Bant Spirits? Oh, I think we might have played against this guy. I think he's on Bant Spirits. And if that's the case, then we really want to start playing Lords quickly. And we'll probably throw Phantasmal Image to that. Yeah, I think this was the guy we played before. I don't know, we'll find out. That's the only thing that makes sense with like Windswept Heath and the Tundra. There could be a Rattle Chains. Force is fine. Alright, let's get our Lords out before anything terrible happens to them. You're not countering this, so the only question is, are you going to try to eat this? Sure, you can Brainstorm. I need to play the Lords before Spell Queller comes online, if that's what he's doing. So remember last time, Spell Queller was real good. Alright, what are you doing? You going to Brainstorm again? You only have 4 cards, like, they can't possibly be that good. Another Tundra, okay. You're going to Swords to Plowshare this guy. No. I might be inclined to protect these at this point. Nope. Okay. So now Image is looking more likely that it wants to copy a Lord and just crack in for 8. Make me look like a genius. I'm definitely countering Stoneforge Mist. Engineered Explosives. Fuck that. Get that shit out of here. So here's the dangerous thing. I could play Phantasmal Image and crack in for 8 and puts him to 7. Means he can't use another fetch. I think that's what makes sense here. Actually, but I think if we're going to do that, let's make it uncounterable. I don't know, just in case. I feel like if he had a counterspell, he would have used it already on the Force of Will, but this just puts a 2-turn clock on him, so let's just do that. And I mean, even if he kills one of the Lords, he still cannot crack a fetch, which lets him be stuck at 2 mana. Sure. I don't think that's the one that does it. I mean, Swords to Plowshares is the only thing that saves you for a turn. I guess he's going to wait to see if he draws it on our upkeep, and if he doesn't draw it, there's probably a concession. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I'm sure of it. There has to be. I mean, I'm trying to think of like what other deck would want the Windswept Heath. I mean, no matter what his actual plan is, he didn't show us any spirits, so maybe it's not that, but surely he's playing stuff like Stoneforge Mystic in that deck. Engineered Explosives was a little bit interesting, but I'm going to proceed under the assumption that he's playing some kind of Stoneblade deck. I think the Dismembers we can bring in some of those. Let's see, Stoneblade, what's like really good against that? Clusterstorm, maybe? I don't know, maybe that's actually not. Do we really want this, though? Like, what if he has, like, Leovold or something? Yeah, then we're gonna feel stupid if we don't have this card. And I mean, we need this for the cantrips. Maybe Curse Catcher can come out and, like, Biomancer. Does that make sense? He has Engineered Explosives, though. Which means I don't want to be copying True Name Nemesis too much with Image. I really need to make sure, like, Explosives doesn't resolve. It's hard to say. Alright. Maybe what we need to do is take out Echoing Truth, bring in Negate. Alright, we'll try it like this. This is kind of a hedge between, like, a few different plans. Since he didn't actually show us what he's doing, I'm just gonna... Oh, fuck. Well, we're not keeping this shit. Yeah, I'm hedging between them, so we have to have a land. This is fine. We'll keep. And we'll put that on top so that we can get True Name out. If he plays like Noble Hierarch, then we're going to dismember it, I think, just to set him back. That is a beautiful island. Yeah, we can go Silvergill into True Name. And hopefully that will be good. Sure. I mean, I guess it's possible this is like a Miracles deck. I mean, if this is Miracles, then this Dismember still coming in is also fine because it will kill Monastery Mentors. I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, there's... If it's really easy to conceal your actual plan in Legacy if you don't want people to see it. Alright, well that helps a lot. Alright, let's play Silvergill Adept. I'll show him Trickster because I don't want him to see True Name. And if he wants to like counter this, that's also fine. I'm more concerned about True Name resolving. Okay, well, let's just draw the card. Sick. Alright, cool. This feels real strong now. We have insurance against removal for this. Ooh, okay, so this looks like it's probably Miracles. Alright, this is just getting better and better. Okay, so let's attack first. What are you doing? Vendilion Clique? Absolutely no fucking way. And I will throw away this master to protect the True Name if I have to. Alright. So here is where I'm going to play True Name and hope that he doesn't find Terminus. If I didn't have the Force in my hand, I wouldn't do this. Alright. So he did Brainstorm a Terminus. Alright, we just have to hope for the best now. That's not good. Alright, well, we're getting blown out. The best thing we can hope for now is that he plays Land Monastery Mentor and we can dismember it. Which does not look like that's what's going to happen. I guess we're playing this. Pass in the turn. Cleek was maybe a reason to... Well, I don't think we could have realistically played around it any other way. Now we can just start fate sealing us. Now he's going to brainstorm, so card advantage first. Yeah, because he's got the Flooded Strand. Hopefully we can go like True Name, Dismember, and that'll be fine. Not helping. Probably lost this game. I just want him to show us what the win condition is at this point. So now that we know what deck this is, we can sideboard a little bit better, I think. Which means the Echoing Truth probably need to come back in if there's like Entreat the Angels. We've probably lost game 2 already, but I really want him to show us what his actual plan is. Yeah, I'm surprised that he's playing Windswept Heath in the deck. Maybe that's a budget choice. That does not really help me. Even if I played Phantasmal Image and copied Snapcaster, he could literally just Jace bounce it and kill it. We need True Name online first before that's a threat. He's going to get to brainstorm a lot. What we do know is that game 3, if we get Chalice in 1, that's going to be very strong. Okay, he does have Monastery Mentor. Alright, you know what? Close enough. I believe you that you can close this out with that many cards. I just wanted to see what your win condition was. So, knowing that he does have Mentor in his deck, I don't think I want Phantasmal Image here. Curse Catcher and Flusterstorm are fine, and so is Echoing Truth. I don't know that I need the... Yeah, the Negate's okay, actually. Benthic Biomancer doesn't need to be here, and... You know what? Maybe we don't need the Curse Cat. We could actually maybe take out the Flusterstorm. Can bring in another Dismember in case of Mentor. That might be fine. So now we have 2 Negates in Force. The Spyglass is okay, but we don't really have any need to bring that in, I think. Maybe Curse Catcher is not necessary here. 3 bends could be alright. This looks okay, I think. This protects us from Entreat and also bounces Monastery tokens. This kills Mentor. True Name murders their face. Yeah, I think all these cards are fine. Like, these cards are okay, but we don't really need them. Alright, let's do it like this. I would love to play first. And this hand is actually really good. I'm going to keep it. We are going to force him to have to counter this Chalice in one, or he's going to be in a deep shit. Chalice just requires a 2-for-1 on his part. So we can go Vial, and then bring in Biomancer. Oh, he went to 6 and kept. Okay. It's fine with me. I hope that your 6 cards have Force of Will in it. Alright, let's just get it over with. Do you have it or not? I'm force checking you. Brainstorm? Alright, look for it. See if you can find force. So then I'll definitely Vial in Biomancer, and then next turn we can hold up Negate if we want, or we can adapt Biomancer at the end of their turn. Throw away Vial for something else, since this card will be dead with Chalice. But I want to hold up Negate to protect the Chalice then. Okay, this is good. That way we're also insulated against Council's Judgment, which is one of the main ways they have to get rid of it. So, it's very good for us. Ugh, that's terrible. Alright, let's attack. I'm not really worried about land drops right now. I'll just put Silvergill in play at the end of his turn. Yeah, are you gonna Terminus my Biomancer? Like, no you're not. I don't really care if you do. Well, I mean, if you do Terminus Biomancer, like, do I care? You really are gonna do it. Alright, well then you definitely can't Judgment this thing, so I'm just gonna throw away a Vial for a better card. Jesus Christ! Alright, well I mean, it makes us look like a genius for doing that. Excellent. Well, we need Cavern before that does anything. Attack. No. Your Snapcaster does not beat my Lord of Atlantis. If he's doing this, then he has to be pretty desperate, so... And now we have Negate up, and we can just hold it up while we bash his face in. Our position, like, having 3 duds here is not great, but at the same time, this is also fine. Oh, that's beautiful. He just F6 through the turn. Alright, this might be good enough. At this point, I think he's just looking to draw Negate off, or draw Terminus off the top. But he's going to have Terminus plus Force, and otherwise he's dead next turn. And even if he finds it, like, Mutavault can still maybe get in there for the last point to damage. No, looks like he's going to die. Good game, opponent. Turn 1 Chalice was just way too good against Miracles. Alright, cool. Awesome. 3-1 so far. We played against 3 blue decks and 1 not blue deck, and that, you know, our 3-1 record definitely reflects that, so. Merfolk is just very good in Legacy, unless you get paired up against all the not blue decks, and then your life becomes a living hell. You don't want to see, like, Death and Taxes, or like, Lands, or Jund, or Maverick. Like, those decks are a lot harder to beat. You want to play against stuff like Storm, Delver, Stoneblade, Miracles. What else? Grixis control is okay. Grixis control can be tough because they play stuff like Toxic Deluge and Marsh Casualties, which can be really very painful to our deck, but this looks like a pretty good start. We can go Aether Vial, Chalice, and then True Name. We're gonna keep. Alright, sure. What do you got? Oh, this is a Bayou. Alright, we might be getting Thoughtseize. Yeah, okay. Thoughtseize, this is either Jund or this could be Turbo Depths. So my guess is that the Chalice might be going away or the Vial. Depends on what they think is more damaging to their plan. If it's Turbo Depths, I would guess probably the Chalice. If it's Jund, then I would guess probably the Vial. I mean, there's also a good chance they could take True Name, but if they have, like, Liliana the Veil in their hand, then True Name's not that big a threat to them. Being on the draw versus a Liliana deck is not helpful. But I mean, the alternative, if this is like Turbo Depths, that's not much better anyway. We might be facing down like a turn 3 Merit Lodge. And if that's the case, then we could just die from that. We have to like hold out to be able to play Trickster and have nothing bad happen. Okay, so he took Trickster. So my guess is that Merit Lodge is going to come online very quickly. So let's play Island, Aether Vial. Then next turn we will play Univault and Chalice. Well, he could be playing Wasteland in his deck, so we might want to play Island instead. If he has Abrupt Decay, he might just kill the Vial, though. Oh, that's fucked. Alright, now, if he took that, now he's definitely taking Phantasmal Image. Because this could actually copy Merit Lodge and keep him from killing us with it. Yeah, it depends on what... If he has removal, then okay. Maybe he has like Assassin's Trophy or something he can just use to target it. So it's definitely Turbo Depths. Pithing Needle, I'm sure is going to name... Well, it could be either one. Actually, Vial's probably... He chooses Wasteland. Oh, he just wants to protect himself against the combo. I gotcha. That's interesting. Well, he knows our hand, so it's not that big a deal here. True Name is not going to be super helpful to us. Alright. We could very easily be facing down Merit Lodge right now. Thoughtseize. Oh, of course. You have it all. Now, like, 100% image is going away. True Name doesn't do anything to Merit Lodge, and he already has everything set up for it, so... Yeah, like, his hand was 3 discard spells and, like, half the combo with protection, so that seems pretty good. If we draw another Image or Trickster, that's probably good. He doesn't have another land, though. That's a good sign. Alright, maybe we can get there. As soon as he finds, like, a Dark Depth, though... Alright. Sick. I'm going to tick Vial up here, so that way we can attack with Mutavault. Because we have to just clock him as quickly as possible. Alright. If he doesn't... Well, I mean, if... Yeah, what? If he doesn't have it here, he could just die. You have, like... You need, what? Another mana source. Crop rotation I don't think is quite good enough, because you still need to have ways to make mana and copy this thing. It's all, I don't know if their deck plays Toxic Deluge in the main deck. They very well could. But I think even if they do, we just need to attack for 8 and just... Because then if drawing a... Oh, that's bad. Alright, so now he has 2 mana sources. Brainstorm. Oh, okay, so no, we might still be in this. I don't think he can combo with just this much mana. Yep. Going to 10, that's fine. Hex Mage. Yeah, we definitely respond to that. No, yeah, he could... If we didn't do that then, he could just Hex Mage the Vial. And then we wouldn't have got the True Name in play. But if this is the case, he's desperate. Alright, this is gonna be like lights out. Alright, I think we stole one against Turbo Depths. That's very hard to do. Especially with like True Name Nemesis. This card is very slow in this matchup. He's got just so much interaction. Yeah, we're definitely animating Mutavault, attacking in. He has to block the Mutavault so he doesn't die. So, yeah, alright. Stole it! Alright, let's see. If we can pick off one sideboard game against this deck, we have a chance. So, what do we want here? Chalice is probably... Oof, that's tough. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm actually going to look up a deck list quick, because I don't think Chalice is where we really want to be. No, let's not. Let's pick one that's like from this year. All right. Sylvan's, yeah, yeah, it's fine. So there's one. So he does have Lotus, yeah, Lotus Petals. Well, that's not his deck specifically, but they play like Lotus Petals and then Mox Diamonds. So, I mean, there are a lot of ones, but there's also usually like, yeah, Abrupt Decays can come in. I mean, I'm sure that they're going to bring in Abrupt Decay just because they're good against the creatures anyway. Yeah, I don't think the Chalices are going to help us that much here. Definitely not on the draw. I might reconsider in the play. So, if that's the case, we probably need to bring in... It's tough. Dismember is not useful. Venser is very slow. Well, definitely like True Name can come out. Echoing Truth is fine. It can bounce the token. I guess Venser can bounce the token. And maybe if they bring it... I don't think they have stuff like Choke, but I don't know. It's possible they could have Choke. There's cards like Rite of Consumption. We definitely need the Force of Wills and probably the Spyglass. The other question is, do we need the Surgical Extractions? I'm not actually sure if Surgical is good against their deck or not. It could be. Well, that Chalice has got to come out. Alright, I'm going to bring in Surgical. And you know what? Bring in Flusterstorm. Just because I think at this point we just need to counter as much stuff as we can. Alright, we'll try it like this. Low to the ground interaction, and we'll hope that that's good enough. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you agree with how I sideboarded this or not. This hand, I think we're going to keep it. We're just going to hope for the best. I mean, if he has like a turn 2 hand or whatever, he's going to have it. So the best we can hope for is to like Surgical something important out of his graveyard. That's not a good sign. Hex Mage. That means we are very, very, very likely going to die next turn. This This has to mean like Dark Depths. He kept this hand like entire. Yeah, okay, so he's got Merit Lodge. So we need Island. If we don't draw Islands, we just straight up die. I think we are straight up dead. He can just sacrifice Hex Mage for that. Is there any point to continuing? I guess we'll just play Aether Vial and just hope that he chooses not to do it. He had yeah, what, like turn 3 he's gonna kill us. Alright, we can see. We're dead. Straight up dead. There's no hand that we kept was gonna beat that. Like, alright, that's fine. So maybe okay, maybe we don't want like surgical on the play. Maybe Chalice is a little bit better there. Alright, let's do that. The Flusterstorm might be okay. It's still really tough, though. We might just put Chalice on 0 just to turn off Mox Diamond and Lotus Petal. Oh, this is rough. I think we have to keep it, though. If he keeps his hand, then I'm putting Chalice on 0. If he mulligans, I'm going to try to put it in 1. So he kept it. Alright, hopefully you cannot Mox Diamond and kill me. My plan is to just try to live long enough for, well, that plan's going to hell. Phantasmal Image is going away so that we don't get a Merit Lodge. Yeah, Turbo Depths is just going to lunch us. Cavern of Souls. I think I have to play that, right? Because other... Well, no, I don't have to, actually, because... No, I think I do need to... The problem is if I play Cavern of Souls, he's going to know that I don't have it. I mean, it doesn't activate this anyway. Fuck it. I'm playing Mutavault. Okay, why is this tapped like this? I guess it just kind of lagged or something. Alright. It got tapped and it wasn't supposed to be tapped. We'll Violin Benthic and then Violin Lord of Atlantis and just hope to erase him before he can assemble something. It's our best plan. It's not a good plan. Well, that's probably a good sign. I mean, he might have like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. You're gonna kill this now? Decay on my Vial. That's pretty good. Sure, I will play Island now. Hold on, Control Z. I'm not tapping the island because I don't want to die to a choke. That way, I want to be able to play Lord of Atlantis next turn and still attack with the Mutavaults. Yep. So he needs 2 lands in play, but he only has got 1 so far. So, alright. So, what do you got? I do not have anything here. I have a Lord of Atlantis. That doesn't stop you. This could be okay, though. We're just going to race them. Just got to be careful about which Mutavault I animate so I don't end up tapping the wrong one. So he goes to 8, right? So if he doesn't have it, he's dead. We can animate both Mutavaults, and he has to... I can't crack the fetch land. He goes to 7. Okay, you steal an Aether Vial. You have to have removal for something or you're dead. Oh, that's a bad sign. No, it might be okay, though, because, again, like, if he cracks the Misty, he goes to 7, which means he can block a Mutavault, but he's still going to take 7 damage. I think we got this. Holy shit, did we steal this? Are we going to kill him through Merit Lodge? Oh, fuck, no! Because he tapped it for black. Okay, well, now we're in trouble. Oh. This is a good sign. So, how does this work now? I can play Phantasmal Image if I copy Lord of Atlantis. That's not enough because he can still block 4. He would only take 6. I have to copy the Merit Lodge and hope that he cannot remove the Phantasmal Image. But I think in doing so, I'm still going to attack him, which means he cannot attack back, and then we should still be able to just kill him. So in this case, we animate Mutavault, attack him for 8, which means he does, or attack him for 7. So he's gonna block something. He can like block and kill a Mutavault. That's fine, and he'll go to 4, which means then we're still threatening to attack with Lord, Biomancer, and the other Mutavault next turn. So if he does not have an answer to Phantasmal Image, he's dead. I mean, you could go to 3 and it's still like these things threaten to kill him, so... it's fine. I'm really good at Magic. Are you really good at Magic? Alright, opponent. How good are you? Do you have Abrupt Decay? You already used one. No! Don't do it! Don't do it, opponent. Come on. Just this once. Do not target my Merit Lodge. Mine is so much better. Oh, okay. That's fine. Pithing Needle's okay. Mutavault. Do you still... You don't have anything, because if you did, you would have fucking hit this thing. Alright. So, what do we do here? We just animate Benthic. You have to block Merit Lodge, right? And you can't have anything for this. So we just attack you with everything. Do we want to go for it? Well, the problem is, like, he doesn't have anything to target it, but what if he... If he had a removal spell, he would have used it. Like, what else could he possibly have that can't target this, but could target this? Alright, we're going for it. And he is at -20. Damn! That's a lot of damage! Oh, no, we're getting that shit up here. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, come on. Ready? No, 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 no. Here we go, everyone. Look at that shit. That is a lot of damage. That is the 20 damage that we inflicted using Merit Lodge. Thank you, Turbo Depth's opponent. We would not have been able to do it without your help. Alright, well, that was very productive. So, yeah, we saw this list was really good. Curse Catcher didn't really get a lot of play, though. That's the only sad thing about this. What an epic way to end this league. We went 4-1 in Legacy again. We beat one really tough matchup. Turbo Depths is usually pretty bad for us, but stealing that was fantastic. He had like almost everything except like one piece in game one. Couldn't find it. And we just top deck Phantasmal Image like a boss and just nail him to the cross with it. That was great. Alright. I don't know what I want to do with this slot. Like, I mean, Curse Catcher kind of felt a little underwhelming to me, but I don't really have anything else that's better to put in the space at the moment. So, I mean, it's fine. Like, you could play pretty much anything here, and I think it'd be okay. Like, another Trickster would definitely help a lot. The only thing is, like, Trickster helps in a lot of the matchups where we're already kind of, like, we have a lot of other stuff, too. Like, you know, it's obviously really good in Sneak and Show and stuff like that, so helps. It might be beneficial to have more Tricksters for decks that are playing like Tarmogoyf in them, or like maybe even Delver of Secrets. But Tarmogoyf we could use maybe a little more help against. Delver, not so much. I'd rather have more cards that like fix our bad matchups, but we're already main decking 2 Echoing Truths to try to deal with Merit Lodges, and I don't know, like, we could maybe play another Image, but 3 is fine. Like, Jite is also an option, possibly. If you play a Jite in that matchup, it helps with Stoneforge decks, but you're already kind of behind against Stoneforge decks, and I don't want to just go even further behind just trying to hope that I have True Name and Jite, because that's really the only thing you can put it on that's going to reliably get there. I don't know, I think this slot is definitely up in the air, but I think I like everything else. Like, all the rest of the cards definitely stay. It's just a matter of whether we add, like, another one of these cards or something else. I mean, Flusterstorm, like, once again, like, this card, I am not in love with Flusterstorm, but it's something you just need, like, a critical mass of spells to deal with decks like Storm, so I think 1 is okay. But honestly, like, I am not super in love with this, and I'm not getting rid of the Surgicals in the Grafdigger's Cage, because the second you do is when you're going to have to play against, like, Reanimator or Dredge. And I want to be prepared for them all the time, because those decks can very easily wreck us in the early game if we don't have interactive spells like that. So, it's just how it is. Yeah, that's all I got. Tomorrow is Tolarian Community Colleges. The professor is going to have spoilers. He said on a podcast that he was not spoiling any Merfolk. I kind of believe that. Some people think that maybe he was just, you know, being sarcastic and he's really just hiding it from us, but I don't know. I don't think that there's going to be any Merfolk coming with us. I think we're just going to have to live with Force of Negation and Waterlogged Grove as our treats from Modern Horizons, and that kind of upsets me because I really wish that we did get some more powerful Merfolk to put in our deck, but whatever. Force Negation will be really good for the modern deck. It lets us play a lot more like the Legacy one, where we can just slam things on the board and then just go to town. So it lets us tap out in a lot of matchups where we otherwise really wouldn't want to tap out, and we can throw away like weaker cards like maybe Biomancer in certain matchups where we're going to side that out normally anyway, but at least Force of Negation Fuel stops like the degenerate Faithless Looting decks or like the huge like ramp decks from just obliterating us. I don't know, it pushes through cards like Terminus too, or like Teferi or Jace. That's not insignificant. Your opponent will never know if you have it or not, so I think it's definitely going to be good. I'm going to be looking at playing blue-green a lot, probably. The Waterlogged Groves make it a lot easier to play a blue-green mana base, because we already want those for mono-blue anyway, so at that point, why not just say fuck it and just play like Mistbinder and Kamena Speaker in your deck, because that strategy is going to work very well with Force of Negation. You just put 16 Lords in your deck and just like attack, attack, attack. That's going to be strong. Get to untap with Mara Retry, like that's really good, so I'm looking forward to those 2 cards, but I don't anticipate we're going to see anything else, so Anyway, that's all. Like, I know I'm talking about modern on my Legacy stream, but I don't think I don't think that we want either of those cards in our Legacy deck. I mean, it's possible. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, one of the things that we benefit most from in Legacy is getting to play a bunch of islands that are immune to Wasteland. So, on one hand, I'm not super enthused with the idea of putting like Horizon Canopy lands in our deck. I mean, it's still possible though. Maybe we want to do that. Yeah, if definitely if you're not playing with like Chalice of the Void, then it can very easily replace Cavern of Souls in your deck, because it still plays around Choke, and then it's Flood Insurance, so that would be fine. But I think Chalice is too good, so yeah. And Force of Negation, we don't need that. We already have Force of Will, and like we want to be able to use our Force to like help put Chalice on the board, and then protect it. Force of Negation helps when our opponent's trying to combo off, but it doesn't help us put our proactive Chalice out there. So, and it is card disadvantage. You can't have too much of that in your deck, or otherwise you're not going to have enough cards left to actually beat your opponent with. So there's a careful balance. Like, look, if you look at our list now, like we already have, the 4 Chalices, the 4 Force of Wills. We have this slot which we can use for counter magic. Echoing Truth, it hates against a lot of decks like, you know, the Epic Storm. Like, you can bounce all the Goblin tokens if they go for that. And against the decks that are playing Merit Lodge, it's protection against that, or even against like Belcher, or Dredge. If you bounce a bunch of tokens against them, that still might be enough. It's even good against Reanimator too. If they manage to put like Gristlebrand in play, like they're gonna lose a lot of life for that, and you can bounce it back to their hand before they actually get to connect with it. So you might actually have a reasonable chance of winning, maybe. I don't know, hard to say. I think that it counts as being an interactive spell, and then look in the sideboard, Venser comes in against Sneak and Show, Negate and Flusterstorm are extra counters, and against like Miracles, or we have like Dismember that hits the Mentor. So I don't know how much more interactive. Like, I don't think that there's a slot where we would want Force of Negation for the Legacy deck. I could be wrong about that. I mean, it could be redundant copies of Force for matchups like Storm or something, but I just don't think that that's what we need. Honestly, we do fine against the spell-heavy decks already. I think it's the creature and the land-heavy decks that we need to worry about more, and I would rather have more cards that deal with those. So, all right, that's enough of me rambling on. All right, so I hope everybody enjoyed this. I will try to get the matchups on this as soon as the video processes, so that you can skip to them. I usually get to it within a day, but like, it depends. By tomorrow, the timestamps should be on the video. So, all right, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, go crush them in Legacy with Merfolk. Showing everybody how easy it is. Take care.